a lot of you guys have been carrying around the weight of their shit. And their shit is fucking ratchet. So had it not been for none of that, then you wouldn't have been slowed down and delayed thus far. But the Lord is going to do the talking for you here. The Lord has already been showing out, and he's not done with you. See, the Lord had to completely remove the problem and cut out the poison and cut out the cancer before he would elevate you to the next level, because other people were no longer going to benefit off of what was for you and for, you know, your family or you and your man, like whatever the fucking case. So everything buckles down to divine timing. And if people are sitting here and praying on your downfall and wondering why you're still in the same predicament, or wondering why you're still single, why you still don't have a car, all of this superficial, egotistical, fleshly motherfucking shit, and not really seeing what the Lord has been doing on the inside, how the Lord has been strengthening you, covering you, preparing you, changing your mental, your psyche, your health is improving, your finances is improving, your relationships with self and how you view self, your faith, and your children are improving. They're not even taking all of that into account because they're playing on a different side here. So that's pretty much irrelevant. But I feel like divine timing is a very specific thing for someone here, and in the right timing. Best believe the people who are still around to see the table that has been built, they will see, and you will see them see exactly what God has been preparing and working on this whole time for you. I don't think you're bitter. I don't think you're mad. But I think that, again, if you put me in a position where I have to choose between me and you, I'm going to always choose me. It's been me, 10 toes down. Some of you guys have children, no motherfucking help. Some of you guys were in abusive relationships and begged for a way out, no motherfucking help. Some of you guys have grew up in the most disgusting environments and begged for help to get out, no motherfucking help. But ironically, the same people had something to say. The same people had some sort of judgment to pass on you. The words that they spoke on you, almost hoping that your situations would not improve. Whole time God was there, and God knew of all, and God is still always 10 steps ahead of us. And what he's predestined for you and promised you already exists. And no wonder you wonder why some people just are like, they're so nasty to you for no reason. You can sit up here and confidently say, I never did anything to that girl or to that man to warrant such disrespect and betrayal. Why would they do that? I'll tell you why. Because their soul recognizes the defeat and the shame that you've already conquered in the last lifetime. See, this is nothing new. They're probably just waking up and they still think that they have the upper hand. But this is why people don't like you for no reason, especially people who are blood. You might be confused, like, why the fuck? Like, that's because their soul remembers how this ends. The underdog always ends up on top. If you have a genuine heart and God called you, nothing can shut that down or interfere with that. And they might not see that now. Once everything unfolds, you're going to see exactly why they had some sort of vendetta against you this whole time. They really going to have a reason to be mad and in their feelings. But you, I feel like there's a Queen of Wands energy here who's just closed out a major cycle. You have mastered how to avoid taking on other people's karmic cycles. And I did a similar reading like this yesterday about the imposters that have been kind of trying to hijack the chosen one's purpose, destiny, or, you know, their path in some way, shape, or form. It's like people who you could have trusted in the past were absolutely benefiting from your energy and still holding on in different little ways, but being very like secretive about it. With the World card here is those of you who peep this, you've also been given the knowledge how to seal this door shut permanently. And I think that it's not that you didn't have the wisdom or the knowledge in the past. I think that it got to a point in time where, let's say Timmy was siphoning your energy. Well, Timmy went and gave it to Ashley, Pam, and Joseph, right? So now it becomes more of like a clouded judgment and a mask trying to pinpoint exactly who the intruder is, because Timmy had spread your energy every which way, and so it became more challenging to kind of pinpoint a target. However, I feel like with these collective shifts here, not only has Timmy been brought to the forefront, but anyone who possibly had any sort of type of come up or benefit off of your energy that was siphoned because it was taken without permission, and it was also like something forbidden about it as well. Like, I feel like it was taking place by people who were forbidden to even be in your life. So It's this energy where it's like, you know how the Lord prepares a table in front of your enemies? Well, it's like your enemies tried to steal some bread and dip and then break it off with their people. That's what I'm getting. However, that's not the point. The point is, I see that you have eliminated a lot of karmic cycles that were not owed to you. Okay, you're not the owner of this lesson here. It belongs to so and so, and you gracefully gave it back. And again, you've been given the wisdom on how to permanently prevent this from happening again. Okay, you just got to remember who you are in power and stay on your throne. It's only one you. And imposters, they can't hijack, you know, your purpose, your destiny, or your energy and try to imitate or mimic you if you stand 10 toes down at all times in who you are. See, another way that the enemy tried to creep in and kind of cause distortion and confusion for a chosen one here is they always had them questioning something, either their own identity, their purpose at time, their love life, their connections or relationships around them. Like, the enemy feeds off of confusion. It's the only power and tool that they have in order to get into a foundation that God is trying to create or sustain. And so you take away the confusion, you remember exactly who you are, your purpose, your calling, your circle that God already ordained and enlightened you to, then that is the strongest defense against the enemy from trying to play these games and come back and try to impersonate a chosen one.